Cristiano,
Ooh, how good is he?
one of the best ever.
And listen, he came as a kid, left as the best player in the world.
Is one better than the other, or are these two simply the very best?
Ronaldo's my boy.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano,
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Where does he rank in players you played with?
The best.
Is he? Wow. What, better than Cantona?
No, he's the best.
Wow.
Bonos, who's the best player in the world ever?
For me, the best player in the world ever, Diego Maradona.
Me.
From the streets of Madeira, Portugal, to becoming the greatest football player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo is the definition of relentlessness, leadership, and greatness.
Shazy, who unfortunately did get picked, is just getting torn to shreds off this lad who looked unorthodox, and he was like 1 minute on the right wing, 1 minute on the left wing, and I'm like, and he looked, he looked a bit upright, and he looked like nothing I'd seen before, and it's like right foot, left foot. Oh, who is this?
And a couple used to get snapped in training. People would kick the hell out of him in training. But also, I remember one time, Ruud van Nistelrooy was the man at Man United at the time when he just came, and he was the man who scored all the goals. And Ronaldo had the ball wide and was doing tricks. And Ruud was obviously making runs in the box, and the ball wouldn't come in. And you know, as a striker, if the ball doesn't come when you make a run, you've got to make 4 runs before you get it. It's frustrating. Ruud went crazy, screaming. He should be in the circus. He shouldn't be on the pitch. He should be on the circus. And he walked in, Ruud, walked to the training pitch. We used to take the mick out of him. You're not the real number 7 at this club. You've got George Best, people like that. Beckham, etc. And he used to like argue back, but there was a passion and a fire that you could see him thinking, how am I going to derail and get above these guys? And listen, he came as a kid, left as the best player in the world.
When we was at United, Ronaldo was the biggest example of someone that, from the outside, you think, God-given talent, doesn't need to work hard, just turns up on a football pitch, looks $1 million, and just goes out there. Well, there was one day I mapped out a day in the life of Ronaldo, put it on the flip chart for the girls. At the start of my reign, I said, right, who's this footballer? Straight away, they went, Messi, Ronaldo. Yeah, it's Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo's day. And in the day of Ronaldo, there was only an hour in the day where he was coached. The rest of it was him self-driven, getting to training early, doing his weights, doing his abdominals, doing his massage, going home, employing a chef to look after his nutrition, going to bed for 3 hours in an afternoon.
Have you been surprised with the career that he's gone on to have?
No, I'm not. I remember when we were talking with Cristiano, when he won his first Ballon d'Or, he talked to me, he said, I have to win at least 5. And that's what he did. So I'm not surprised. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most professional player I ever played with. He was the one, if we are training at 10, he will be here at 8. He was the last to leave the training ground, practicing his skill. That's why, when we compare him to Messi, and I always choose Cristiano, and people keep saying just because he's my friend. I just think Messi is just a gift. He's talented. God say, oh, come on, go to play with those kids. But Cristiano works so hard. He's a machine. He doesn't want to lose anything.
And also, we got to know, Ali, haven't we, who the best player is that you've ever worked with. Who is the ultimate player?
On the players, I mean, I've worked with some great players across the different clubs. Chelsea, PSG, Bayern, and obviously Real Madrid. And there's a group of players which I think the list is even too long to even mention, but Chelsea, JT, Lamps, Ashley Cole, Drogba.
Yeah.
Outstanding players. You go to PSG and there's Zlatan's there, and Beckham, Thiago Silva, great players. Bayern was full of incredible talent. Robben, Ribéry, Lewandowski, Müller, Lahm, Neuer, had a great team at that point. And then Madrid, wow, Bale, Benzema, Ramos, Modric, Toni Kroos. A lot of great players. But
I'm salivating here.
No, great, but the standout one is Cristiano.
Really?
Yeah.
And just briefly, why? Obviously the goals, but is it just
every game? It was like you started with 1 or 2-0 head start. I mean,
really?
He was so consistent with his scoring. The first season, he scored 51 51. It used to be 25, 30
It did,
was
didn't
good.
it?
And then the second season, he scored 60. And he'd done that the previous years as well under Mourinho, and he continued it as well. He was an amazing talent. People often ask, did he work harder than anybody else? No, not necessarily, but he managed his life, his profession, better than anybody else.
He came back pre-season stronger.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. He walked in and I think, even it starts, when it's whispers start going around the training ground, have you seen Cristiano?
Yeah.
He looked massive. Like, where's he been? What's he been on? It was mad, that, wasn't it? I thought that.
And just intelligence just seemed to go up a level as well. So as well as physically, he went up a level. Mentally, he just went on a different, and that was it.
He was just deciding games in training. I'll never forget that. That was one of the big changes, wasn't it? He was intent on deciding the game at the end of training.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think I did anything wrong in the game. I played all right, obviously marking Ronaldo. But I think because he scored a header that game. I don't know if you've seen the header, the first one. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I remember I went front stick with Jose Font, who was at West Ham at the time. So I'm marking Jose. James Chester's marking Ronaldo. And it's gone over my head. I want to say 3-4 foot. So I'm thinking this corner's going out the other side for a throw-in. I've looked round and he's up like, honestly.
Did you look round and he was there?
He was there. Look like that. His knees were like by my head. And he seemed like he was up there for about half hour.
Have you seen it slow-mo?
It's outrageous.
Who was the worst player to face in an upcoming game? And I don't mean performance. I mean like, I've got to face him today. Oh, no way, he's going to be shooting at me. Who was that player that you'd stand in the tunnel and be like, it's going to be a game?
But yeah, at that time, Cristiano Ronaldo was just, we couldn't stop him. You do your prep and you think, well, if we do this, we do that. He was the player at the time. I mean, Messi's hurt us a couple of times and he was magical, but just because in certain games, Cristiano Ronaldo was just unstoppable, unplayable in his absolute peak, because you stop him going right and go left. You hit him, you foul him, he scores a top in free kick. You don't give him, you double team him, he can score in the air. You foul him in the box, he scores penalties. So there was no way to stop him. There was literally no way to stop him. And if you're taking 3 players away to stop him, and obviously then that's creating so much space and time for everyone else.
So interesting that no matter what pro you speak to, Cristiano Ronaldo was literally unstoppable.
Literally.
Mad. When was it that you thought, this is Ballon d'Or, this is one of the best ever now? Was there a moment?
I think it was always in there, but it was just that consistency. And it was like 24, 25 Champions League games he played in that and scored.
Yeah.
I think it was against Roma, he scored his first. And then from then on, he basically, and then you start building a team around him. Fletch started playing.
Yeah, it's mad that, to go out and cover him.
Yeah, to cover him. And he was deciding games. And when you've got a player like that, he has to decide games when you're sort of building the team around him. And it was just goals, and every type of goals. Penalties, free kicks, headers, tap-ins, right foot, left foot, every sort of goal. And he was brave.
And I've always ignored the sort of Ronaldo Messi question. I don't think we've ever done it on this programme, because I always see it as being sort of like a bit of a fantasy, and they both need celebrating. But a guy asked me the question, who would you bring off the bench? He first asked me out of any player in history. If you were a manager, which I won't be, but if you were a manager and you had substitutes behind you and you could pick any player in history to come off the bench in their peak to win you a game with 10 minutes to go, and you only had one substitution left, who would it be? And I thought, it would be Cristiano Ronaldo.
When you are losing, he had the balls to have call the balls, no matter what, try to win, shoot from everywhere in order to lead the team to win. And it's not easy to do it for a lot of players. I love to play with him, because working with him and look at him every day with little details is very nice. I was 35 and he was 34, something just 6 months between us. And we weren't obviously at our prime, but it was very funny to play with him and look how much big is his personality. We cannot say for me it's better Messi or Cristiano, but if I have to pick one for a final, Cristiano. Or
Cristiano or Messi?
I love to play with Cristiano, and I saw when the game is more difficult, he raises his level of performance.
Ronaldo. And he stops the ball on the line, like bang on the line, and I'm running right behind him. I'm thinking as he's going full pelt, I'm just going, and my dad's up there. Right, my dad was in that block. He got a coach load up, 30 of them on the coach. I thought this would be great to put Ronaldo in the stands. Not that I played like that, but it's a great opportunity just to leave your mark on someone. Fair tackle and just leave a little bit on him. So I'm running up behind him. He's sprinting towards the byline. He puts his foot on the ball, and there has to be momentum forward. There has to be. There wasn't. You know Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Like that. I was so shocked, right? Because I'm going, yeah! And then my mind goes back normal and goes, shit, he stopped. I do not know to this day how he stopped running that quick. You can't do that without being an alien.
Actually, going to the final, it was incredible.
Wow.
Because Cristiano Ronaldo, one time he was getting the ball. I think Cristiano, because he was good with his left foot and right foot. And Pico said to me, yeah. In the final and before the games, because when you line up for the anthem of the Champions League and things like that, when you come shake the hand, he come and shake my hand, and I said, hey, what we gonna do? my heart is gone. I forget.
Started sweating.
And after that, look, Busquets was like, we attacking one time. After that, we lose the ball. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo was running. And Piqué tackle. When me are coming, he just overpass and left foot, boom, and he touched the ball touched the crossbar.
The crossbar. Oh.
And we were like, I said,
you're in trouble.
I said, Piqué, you know what? Me, I jump on him. If you pass me, you cover the outside. That's how we control him. Yeah. Even Busquets, I said, Busquets, when you jump on him, and me, I follow. Where he goes, you go that side, I go that side.
I think whole package for me is Cristiano Ronaldo. Because I remember when I came to the club, how he looked as a boy. He was skinny. He was someone who's always trying to do the skills and tricks, and how he developed over the years, how he trained, how he's educated and willing to sacrifice everything to achieve his dreams. I think that's an example for the young generations. I think what you see Cristiano on Instagram, all flashy stuff, I think he earned it, he deserved it to have all those, but in his age, when he was 18, 19, 20, 21, to have that mentality, to work hard, to don't go out, to fight for your dream, and the way he did it, I think he deserved everything he got.
What did he do for Portugal? Ronaldo won us our first ever trophy. The next thing I want to say to you is, it's not about what he did for us and what he won for us. It's the fact that you're talking about Portugal. It's the fact that people like Speed want to be from Portugal. Ronaldo did that.
Ronaldo is the definition of winning mentality, and that is why he is regarded as one of the greatest players of all time.